Hi guys. I wanted to talk about a phenomenon called charge separation because I didn't get to it in both classes. There's one phenomenon we didn't talk about, or we didn't explain in class, which is why would your finger attract a charged object? Remember, your finger's neutral. So it's okay for, we talked about unlike charges attract, but your finger has no net charge. So what's going on? Well, let's say we have, your piece of whatever, piece of tape like this. I'll just draw it as a rectangle. And let's say it's positively charged. Okay, I'll only draw the positives on it, although remember, it's got a bunch of negatives, it just has a few more positives. And let's put it near, what could we have? My finger. And I'll draw my finger again as a skinny rod. Okay, let's pretend that's a finger. Finger, brilliant. And it's neutral, right? That just means it has lots of positives and lots of negatives, but it has the same amount of each. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positives, 3, 4, 5 negatives. Great. So here's the thing though, when I put these near each other, they're not going to just remain like this. These positives here, they don't like these positives here very much. They're going to push them away. Okay? Now, really, they don't push them that far, but they push them a little bit. And the negatives, these positives really like these negatives, so they pull them towards them. So in a very short amount of time, it's going to look like this. Your tape over here, and your finger, the negative charges are going to be closer than the positive charges. Okay? Now, you might say, okay, well, I understand that, but why would there be attraction? After all, we could talk about a force between these two guys, these positives and these negatives, and that's attractive. And you could talk about the force between these two guys. Different color, I guess. Positive and positive. And that's going to be a repulsive force. So if it's being attracted and repelled, wouldn't you think it would cancel out? The net force is not zero. The forces don't cancel out. And the reason is the attractive force is stronger. And it's because the unlike charges are closer to each other than the like charges are. Why does that make a difference? Well, with electricity, just like with gravity, the greater the distance, the smaller the force. So there's this little repulsive force, this blue guy, between the positives and positives, and this big attractive force between positives and negatives. All right? There's a question on your homework, number 11 actually, that asks you to think about a particular case of this. Except, I'll warn you now, in this case, we have little neutral objects attracted to a charged object, and then once they touch, they are repelled. And you have to think about what extra stuff might be going on there. All right, guys? Well, enjoy your homework and have a great night. I will see you tomorrow.